Welcome to Essential Online Accessibility, where we ensure that web-based course materials work for all students. First, you might ask, why accessibility? What's the rationale? The U.S. Department of Education requires that education programs using federal funds provides resources that can be used by all students, especially those that are sensory challenged. This includes visual challenges such as focus or color impairment, audio challenges including degrees of or total deafness, and tactile limitations that prevent or preclude a student from using the mouse or keyboard. So, there are two helpful strategies we'll explore that are easy to use in online courses as they are developed. The first one involves appropriate scale or size and contrast of text. Avoid the use of smaller font sizes, especially with footnotes, even footnotes. In Blackboard, all text must be 3 points or larger. Check for adequate contrast for font or background colors. Here's a website that provides an objective way to assess contrast. You plug in the numbers and it tells you whether you pass or don't. Here's a quick example of appropriate scale and contrast with the text where the color of the background is concerned. Easily legible. And here is a poor example. You have to lean in and actually try to tilt the screen to see that it says poor contrast in font size. All right, we also want to use descriptive titles, captions, and summaries for any content objects other than text. And that has to be included as entries for the object for additional detail. When a student holds the mouse or finger over the object, assuming it's a touch screen, what happens is that the added detail is presented automatically as a screen accent. You're probably already aware of this. What you may not be aware of is that where accessibility features on a computer or device are enabled, those screen accents, those pop-ups and summaries, will be converted into audible words using text-to-speech, system audio. Beautiful stuff. Of course, you can also include closed captions or audio transcripts. They're great enhancements. When you capture YouTube videos, there's a place to enter transcripts for the spoken text, and that's really good. Okay, so in conclusion, and one final disclaimer. We provided rationale, why you need to include accessibility criteria for your online content. The federal government, Uncle Sam, wants you to do this. We reviewed 2 essential practices you can use immediately, one involving proper text size and color contrast greater than or equal to 3 points, and the incorporation of content object titles, captions, and summaries. We've only scratched the surface. Here's the disclaimer. There's a lot more interesting methods to make online course material accessible. Please learn about them at webaim.org. There's even a standards and there are checklists and so on to make sure you're punching all the tickets or checking all the boxes. Thank you for your time. This concludes our short presentation.